The United States is making a bold move. It is quietly shifting the balance of power in Southeast Asia. The weapon of choice? Advanced F-16 fighter jets. These are not just any planes, they are symbols of American might. They are a message to China. The message is clear. The US will not back down. The Pentagon recently struck a deal. The recipient is the Philippines. The deal involves billions of dollars. It includes the sale of 20 F-16 fighter jets. These jets are not just for show. They are top-of-the-line war machines. They can track and destroy enemy aircraft. They can bomb targets with precision. They will significantly boost the Philippines' military capabilities. This move has sent ripples through the region. China, in particular, is watching closely. The South China Sea is a point of contention. Both China and the Philippines claim sovereignty. The arrival of American F-16s raises the stakes. It is a clear signal that the US is willing to defend its interests. It is a show of force. The Philippines is caught in the middle. It is a key player in the South China Sea dispute. China has been assertive in its claims. It has built artificial islands. It has militarized the region. This has alarmed the Philippines. It has pushed them closer to the US. The F-16 deal is a sign of this growing alliance. But is it in the Philippines' best interest? Some analysts argue that the Philippines is being used as a pawn. They say the US is using the Philippines to contain China. They fear that the Philippines could be drawn into a conflict. The Philippines government denies these claims. It says the F-16s are for defense purposes only. It says it wants to protect its territory and its people. But the move has undoubtedly increased tensions in the region. It has also raised questions about the US's true intentions. The arrival of F-16s in the Philippines is significant. It alters the military balance in the region. The F-16 is a formidable fighter jet. It is highly maneuverable. It is equipped with advanced radar and weapons systems. It is a proven performer in combat. China's answer to the F-16 is the J-10. This is China's own domestically produced fighter jet. It is a capable aircraft, but it is not as advanced as the F-16. It lacks the F-16's combat experience. The F-16 deal gives the Philippines a technological edge. It also sends a message to China. The US is willing to provide its allies with the means to defend themselves. This could escalate the arms race in the region. It could lead to a more unstable and dangerous situation. China's rise is reshaping the geopolitical landscape. It is challenging the US's dominance. The South China Sea is a flashpoint. China claims almost the entire sea as its own. This brings it into conflict with its neighbors. The US is committed to maintaining freedom of navigation in the South China Sea. It sees China's actions as a threat to its interests. The F-16 deal is a sign of the US's resolve. It is a warning to China not to overstep its bounds. Some experts believe that the world is entering a new Cold War. They see the US and China as locked in a struggle for global supremacy. The South China Sea is just one front in this larger conflict. The F-16 deal is a sign that this conflict is heating up. Section 5. Beyond the headlines, Unmasking the Hidden Agenda. The Pentagon's motives are not always transparent. There are often hidden agendas at play. The F-16 deal is no exception. Some analysts believe that the United States has ulterior motives. They point to the timing of the deal and question the official narrative. One theory is that the United States is trying to contain China's growing influence. They argue that the United States is using the Philippines as a strategic outpost. They believe that the F-16s are part of a larger plan to encircle China. Another theory is that the United States is trying to protect its economic interests. China's control of the South China Sea would give it leverage over vital shipping lanes. This could threaten the flow of goods and services to the United States and its allies. Section 6. Economic strings attached. Who really benefits? The F-16 deal is not just about military hardware. It is also about money. The United States defense industry is a powerful lobby. It benefits from arms sales. Some critics argue that the F-16 deal is more about profit than security. They point out that the Philippines is a poor country. It can ill afford to spend billions of dollars on fighter jets. They argue that the money would be better spent on social programs or economic development. Others counter that the F-16 deal will create jobs and boost the Philippine economy. They say that it will also strengthen the Philippines' relationship with the United States. But the question remains, who is really benefiting from this deal? Section 7. The Eyes in the Sky, Surveillance and Espionage. The F-16 is not just a fighter jet. It is also a sophisticated surveillance platform. It is equipped with advanced radar and sensors. It can gather intelligence on enemy movements and activities. Some experts believe that the United States is using the F-16 deal to spy on China. They point out that the Philippines is strategically located. It offers a prime vantage point for monitoring Chinese military activity in the South China Sea. The United States denies these allegations. It says that the F-16s will be used for legitimate defense purposes only, but the possibility of espionage cannot be ruled out. The South China Sea is a hotbed of intelligence gathering. The United States and China are both eager to gain an edge. Section 8. The South China Sea, a powder keg of tension? The South China Sea is one of the most volatile regions in the world. It is a tinderbox of competing territorial claims, historical grievances, and strategic rivalries. The F-16 deal has added fuel to the fire. The risk of conflict is real. A miscalculation or an accident could spark a confrontation. The consequences would be devastating. The United States and China are both nuclear-armed powers. A war between them would be catastrophic. The international community must work together to reduce tensions in the South China Sea. Diplomacy and dialogue are essential. The alternative is too terrible to contemplate. The stakes are high. The future of the region hangs in the balance.